Hey everybody, so we are back at the 66 Buick Sport Wagon, and today we have two goals. I need to get this thing running better and fix some of the problems from the last video, and
I'm gonna clean up this station wagon.
This is going to be a huge transformation, I know it.
Yeah, so appreciate you checking out our second channel, More What the Rust, and Richard, let's get to work.
Yeah.
You can see who's already showed up today to hang out with Richard, the gray cat. So, hold on, let me stand back. Well, actually, I need to shut the doors, but just seeing it up with this one tire showing right now, you can see it looks completely different. It's off the ground much more, and we have all the doors open. So let's really get a good look at what I get to work with today. First thing I'm going to do is take some of the trash out, get a little better view of what's going on, and then we'll start to vacuum.
Okay. Task number one today. Pull this rocker shaft off and find out why oil's not going through it. That has got to be fixed before we run this engine any longer. This whole thing is going to come off as one piece with the removal of these 4 bolts.
I'm starting to pull some of the just trash, work carpet, things that mice have drug in here, and I'm starting to realize that this is a lot more rough inside than I originally thought.
So I brought some new push rods today, and I'm disappointed to say they don't look right to me. They're a whole lot thicker. I'm going to have to test them for both for length and for the ball stud. Yeah, that looks totally different. Crap. Okay, well this one's a tiny bit bent. I'm going to have to straighten it, I guess. I've got the rocker shaft off, and look at the stuff that's coming out of the towers where the oil's supposed to go through. Not good, whatever that is. Now the oil's been changed, so this is a little unexpected, but also explains why this thing is gummed up. So I need to clear out each one of these towers and all the passages inside the push rods. And if you look inside the cup here, there's black stuff in here, and that black stuff is super sticky. So what I'm going to use for this is brake clean to try to dissolve everything, and then probably hit it with some compressed air. So I've got brake clean now in these cups, and you can see that these 3, the cups, the brake clean is drained through. This one, and this one, actually that one too, have not drained through, so these are plugged. Okay, I've got the push rods as straight as I can do it in the vise I have available. One of them is real nice now, the other one is still a little bit bent. It's the best I'm going to get, since these new ones, even if they're the same length, which I don't know that they are, they're just completely different on the ends, and I just don't want to risk it. You put the wrong push rod in this and you've got problems. So this rocker shaft is now all cleared up. These rockers, at least 4 were plugged and a couple more restricted. Now each one of them flows. All the towers are flowing, but check this out. Here's another major problem. See that small hole in the tower? That's where the oil pressure comes through. It obviously doesn't come through the bolt hole. That is plugged solid. I tried to stick a red tube down there from the brake clean. It is solid. It's supposed to look like this. So these middle 2 don't have that, so they're not getting pressure. It's just the front and the rear. I need to clear that up, and then I think the oil pressure problems to this rocker shaft will be solved.
Now keep in mind that I am in the middle of a junkyard, nowhere near running water, nowhere near electricity. So I'm going to clean this vehicle with what I was able to bring. So, are you ready? I'm going to show you what I brought. We have that 5-gallon bucket of water. I actually filled that plastic pure absorb up with water. So 6 gallons of water. The EcoFlow for electric. The vacuum. And, you know, a variety of cleaners. Nothing spectacular. Some Dawn dishwashing liquid. Glass cleaner. All-purpose cleaner. And a chrome cleaner, which I'm obviously not going to need. And that's what I'm going to be using to clean this station wagon. So stay tuned, because you definitely will want to see what it looks like. So will I. Woo! It's gotta go. All right, I'm going in and I'm gonna start scrubbing. So I've taken the yoga mat, which if you are familiar with the channel, you know that I got Richard this yoga mat so he could lay on it when he's underneath cars when we're traveling. But it's gonna protect this nasty seat so I can sit there and clean. So it has served a different purpose today. Look, I found the door handle. It just fell inside the door. Well, that's good.
Cleaned it up. It goes way, way down. And I think I've got it all the way down.
Dear Richard recording in front of me.
So what I've done is I've got an oil
If
filter
his
here with 30 weight.
video work isn't that great, now you know why.
The lifters. Trigger up. Man, it's taking a long time. All right, I am ready to spin this over to see if I get oil pressure out of this passage. I've cleaned it up. It goes way, way down, and I think I've got it all the way clean, but I won't be sure until I see oil flowing through it. So what I've done is I've got an oil can here with 30 weight, and I'm just spraying it down on top of all the lifters, because who knows if they're dry or not. But I certainly don't want to create any wear there turning it over. And I'm going to spray some down that passage, so it should blow out of there very quickly while turning it over, if in fact it's free. So I really don't want to get under this to hook the trigger up to turn it over. So I see these wires under the dash where the ignition was cut, and it should be red. And one of these others. Okay, why don't you take that button and press it when I say. Yeah, go ahead and press the button. Perfect, look at that. I want to see if oil pressure is flowing. Okay. So let me look while you press the button.
Okay.
Let me look over here if this second tower is flowing oil. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Hold it. Okay, this tower is, I see some oil. I see some oil. What I see in the second tower is some gunk. So it looks like it's not completely clean yet. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. So you can see how much, thank you. You can see how much oil is coming out of here. And nothing out of there. So it's still plugged. I've got it as clean as I can get it. Now I'm going to hit it with the compressed air. I didn't want to do the compressed air at first because it just blows that junk through the oiling system. But I think I got most of it out. So now I'm just going to hit it with compressed air to make sure. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm hoping this works. hard to get on holding the camera, so I'll get back to you. Yeah, I think that worked. It noticeably changed in pitch when it broke through. So I'm going to squirt some more brake clean down there, make sure it goes down, and then this will be done. Okay, hold on.
Okay, Richard, so I've been cleaning that car, so fill me in on what I've missed.
Just trying to clear this oil connection here, and I think I finally got it with the compressed air.
Whew.
I think.
Will we see it?
You might, yeah.
Not, you're, did it do it again?
Yeah.
Oh no. So he's having a really tough time getting the trigger to work, and I'm about to tell you to go to the starter because...
I'm not getting under this car again.
Oh, yeah, but it's not that bad with the new tires.
Well, I'd have to jack it up.
Well, new oat tires. Oh. No. It's not behaving like the one at the front.
No.
Okay, ready? Do you want me to come over and do that?
No. I can see from here.
And I'm looking back here?
Yeah.
No, but I'll tell you what, we're going to lose like $25 worth of oil from that one right there.
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to button it back up.
Uh-huh.
And I think this is pressuring enough now. We may be able to blow it through. Because this is all free now.
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, I've blown compressed air through it.
You have done everything.
So why it's not pushing through, I don't know. But I think if we button it back up,
do you think it'll just...
Blowing.
Do you think that the compression in the front is just so strong that it'll probably work until, and if you run it for a little while, are you hoping that it'll just unclog itself, I guess?
The reason I think that is the oil pump is literally right here.
Yeah.
It's right below this.
Well,
So
I know that looks, that oil pressure in the front
Oh, it's fantastic.
looks 20 times stronger than it did
It does.
last week.
Yes.
So I think that your hypothesis on this whole situation could be
It's really, I can't
spot
do any
on.
more than I've done.
No.
I've even blown air through it.
Yeah.
And at first I thought, well, maybe it's a return. Maybe the oil comes up and goes through. But I don't think so because the return holes are in the heads.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be a return, but I'm not banking on that. What I'm banking on is this is all clear now, and it will help blow it out when the engine warms up. So I'm going to cover this in oil and install it, and then we'll go try it.
Had to call on the superpowers of Richard. It's all good. Oh, babe, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't think you could. I didn't think anyone could do it. Wow, look at that mess.
Seat's in good shape.
Yeah, it was been folded over, protected it, I guess.
Right.
I wonder if these seats would fit in the Chevy.
Which Chevy?
The 50 point. I'm just joking. Kinda. Okay. Back to work. You know what that is? That's some metal rusted away.
Yeah, you're vacuuming up the car.
Literally. Wow. Okay, I'm getting kind of worried. What do you think?
Well, it's open windows, right?
That's right, yeah. I kind of hate that. You can definitely see what something like that causes.
Yeah, open windows and no air breathers are two deadly things for cars that sit. What a shame.
But this, I was shocked by that.
I mean, it's fixable.
We're so stuck.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it could still make someone a really, really great car.
It's fixable.
It is fixable. It is, and I think when you see what Richard has done to get this car running, it's gonna run amazing. And when I finish this, it's gonna look, you're gonna want this station wagon. Maybe. Finally onto the back seat. You know, this thing's starting to take shape. I was a little worried for a while, but I don't know. He might come around. It's been a long day, and I'm not even halfway done. Happens like that sometimes.
All right, compression test time. This thing runs terrible, and I'm worried we may have a couple of cylinders down in compression. So I'm just doing them in no particular order. This is the third one on the passenger side, just because it's easy to get to. Oh boy, 0. 0. Wow, what in the world? 0. Okay, this is the last one on the passenger side, so right next to the dead cylinder. Just under 120. So that one's good. All right, this is the second one on the passenger side. Wow. Wow, that is 170.
That's a good one.
Whew.
70?
Yeah, that's good, but man,
That makes the 120.
look bad.
Yeah. What the
Ugh.
heck is going on?
This is not a good sign. Okay, first one on the passenger side. 190. Boy, this thing's all over the place. Okay, I'm back to the third one again on the passenger side that was 0. I just have a hard time believing it's 0. So I'm going to try it again. Maybe I didn't have the compression gauge tight or something. Whoa! Whoa! 150.
150.
150. That's better. Okay. Yay! All right, the other one that was low on this side, low being 119, was the last one. So I'm going to try that one again and see what we get. Yeah, that's higher too. That's about 130. Cool.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either, but it is what it is. Second one, driver's side.
It's almost 180.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
179. All right, first one, driver's side.
Wow.
Wow, 200. Well, 190, 198. Wow. This is obviously a high compression engine. All right, number 3, driver's side. That one's struggling a bit at about 120,
118.
115, 115.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That
It seems like you
struggling.
have one about that number on both sides so far.
Yeah, that one's a little bit weak. Okay, one more to go. So far, I mean, 115 versus 190 is not good, but I'm not sweating it because this engine has barely run in years. Once it gets fully running, warmed up, all that jazz, heat cycled a few times, I think these are all going to come back. One driver's side. Here's the moment, guys. If this one's good, then I'm going to be excited. Yep, 155. I'll take it. I'll take it. Woo! So, why was the third one on that side bad? I can only guess that I didn't have the compression gauge in right. I mean, it must have been because it was 0. So we've been messing around a lot today, trying to do diagnosis and get this oiling system straightened out. Now it's time to try it. So I'm just going to fill up the bowls, the 2 front bowls, and see what happens. Ooh, Well, that's not good. Look at this. I've never seen that before. Look at that. There's a crack in the carburetor. Look at that. When I put gas in, see it comes out right there? I've never seen that before.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
That's interesting. Now that's just a bowl vent, so it's not a vacuum leak. But something I did do since the last time we were here is I plugged off the power brakes. This hose is in really bad shape, and I think it might have been leaking. All right, let's give this a whirl. I'm going to be over here. If it starts, we can't run it too long. Remember, the water pump is seized.
I think you're dripping.
No, I just put oil in those because I may need to adjust them.
Okay.
So we're good there. All right, let's try it. Oh, wait a minute. I got to whip up the ignition. No spark. No spark. I didn't think we did either.
On the coil?
I'm just not seeing anything here. It might be the points. Okay, pause. Yeah, we got nothing here. Nothing. That's why we don't have any spark. Okay, whatever's going on here is screwed up. So something, the coil might be open, which is probably the most likely, or there's something up with that wire. Oh, now it's working. Isn't that funny? Okay, now I bet I get spark. Yeah.
I think I saw it from here, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so what did I do? Nothing. It's been that kind of day. I do nothing and I get compression. I do nothing and I get spark. I might as well just sit down and...
You do nothing and you lose your points file?
Yeah. Some viewer recommended I paint it bright orange, and yes, I'm going to do that. Okay. Ready to try.
Okay.
Okay, let's give it a whirl. Yeah, that's more like it. That sounds so much better.
It sounds 100 times better than last week.
Wow. Wow.
I'm not even sure I heard a miss anymore.
No. No.
Wow, that's
That's amazing.
that is.
I had to shut it off because I forgot the fuel pump's pumping. So it started pumping the bad gas out. We got a container for that kicking around somewhere.
Oh, you found that earlier. It's on top of the car.
Yeah.
Okay. You're turning the idle up?
Just a hair. Boy, the bugs are out in force right now.
Yeah.
Holy cow. They are out in force. Okay, this is super exciting, guys. The fact that this thing started up like that. Whoops, I'm gonna hook my ignition back up. Wow! Listen to that! That is all 8, baby. That is all 8. And we got oil. All the push rods are spinning.
It sounds great.
Yeah, man. Woo! Listen to how that thing idling. Dead cold engine. Well, we can't run it too long, but let's see how it revs.
Oh, your oil is... Oh, that's the gas. Okay. Yeah, it's a little smoky over here. That could just be the oil. Oh, it's the gas. Okay. So let's just watch that. I think it sounds...
Wow.
It's amazing. It's night and day difference.
Huh? Just for curiosity's sake, we're going to check the compression of this bad cylinder again. I've got the ignition disconnected, so it won't start.
So what was it before?
It was
119?
150. It went from 0 to 150.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let's see what it is now.
Oh, no, not upside down. Okay. It's about the same.
Little more, yep, but about the same.
Yeah.
152 maybe.
Huh.
Okay,
Well,
fair enough.
I guess just gonna have to live with that 152.
Yeah, I'm happy for it.
No, I was being sarcastic.
And it's good leak down too. It held that compression.
Mm.
I am going to put some transmission fluid in it. You know, there's none on the stick, so there's no sense even seeing if it will go into gear until we get some fluid in it. But I'm gonna have to get another funnel because it's way down in there, but I have just the funnel for the job.
Obviously not that one.
No. Let's see if this thing will go into gear.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say stop. That thing went so fast.
Yeah, that goes into gear
Woo.
instantly.
Yes.
Instantly.
And it was ready to go too.
Yeah, let's not try reverse until we get a chalk block.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a marvelous idea.
Let's find a chalk block.
So he's gonna try reverse. We have a chalk block back there. So I won't scream this time. Well, unless it doesn't stop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're fine. And of course, Eugene brought me another little present today. So that's a
Let's check
chestnut. So I had to mention that to y'all.
It's still low, which is why I was a little sluggish. But we're good to go. Wow.
Did a great job, babe. You did a great job.
All right. So I've got this thing buttoned up now. I actually checked the idle mixture when it was running. Didn't need to adjust it. It was dead on where it was, which is unbelievable. I never had to take that carb apart. It was completely fine and it never leaked. It's incredible. This is a cool car. We've proven that the engine is in really good shape. The transmission goes into gear. It's got wheels on it now. I can't really explain why that one cylinder was 0 the first time I tried it, except that I didn't have the gauge in right. Perhaps I didn't. But it's awesome now. It's awesome. So I'm going to finish putting the hood on and such, and we'll take it to the next step, which is Christina's piece.
Now here you go, guys. I ran out of time. I did not get to clean everything, but I will tell you, it does look completely different, but we were honestly never going to power wash the outside because, well, number one, I told you what we had to use, but number two, I was afraid that it would, the paint would come off. So, okay. So let's, it's been a long day. Let's take a look inside. Needs more work, but there's definitely an improvement. And believe it or not, the doors open and close perfectly now. Back seat is 100 times better. You couldn't even see the seat before, but now you can.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
So we'd like to see if we could get the windows up next time. Not these on, but try the electric windows. That would be nice to get those up.
Yeah.
And at least clean the junk out. Just wipe down a little bit, and I think I would feel happy with that. But you want to show them how great the doors close now? Perfect.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah, it really is. And I really hope this finds a home soon because you got it running amazing.
Yeah, it runs great.
Yeah, it is. And you know, I know there's no brakes. If there wasn't so much stuff around, I know you would have driven that.
Yeah.
But there's just too much around.
Yeah.
Because that thing was ready to go. When you checked that transmission,
yeah,
it about took off.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, since you're standing there, why don't you do our closing?
Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you liked this part 2. We closed a lot of open loose ends from part 1. Hope you enjoyed that. Please let us know in the comments if this is the type of content you like. And thank you again for watching. Have a great day. We'll be chatting with you in the comments.
Thanks so much. So we're back at Eugene's for the day working on the Maverick. And as soon as I got here, he told me that he had done something with the station wagon. So we're headed over to see what it is. Oh! Oh, he did!
Some of them are 15, some of them are 14.
Isn't that amazing how a hubcap makes it look completely different?
I got 3 of one,
And-
4 of one.
Oh, look. He put the tarp on there.
So which the best one to put on?
Sweet.
You know, these-
He knew I had spent some time cleaning it, and he's trying to get tarps on there to protect
That looks
it.
good.
It's so respectful.
That looks real good.
I just love it. Hold on, let me back this out.
I like it.
So he's got a variety up here. Richard told him he didn't care what hubcaps they were, just put some on.
Yeah, I see that. Last thing to do to this is an ignition switch. So Eugene's got one out of a Ford truck. It's all basically the same in these old rigs.
Do you have it hooked up?
Yeah.
It's going up on its own?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure. I'll
Which
clean
other
it.
ones are down?
Um,
That back one?
so, yeah, the back one. And I guess that's it. Oh, thank you. That's going to make such a difference.
Yeah.
Such a difference. Now, if this one works, should they all work? Look at that.
Working.
Wow.
Is it working?
Yes.
It's up.
Oh, wow.
It's up, Eugene.
Amazing.
All of them up?
It's up.
That's
They're all up.
amazing. Yes. I know. So how are you coming along?
Good.
Almost done?
The Ford switch does not fit in the dash. I didn't expect it would.
No.
The idea here is just to get a key.
Exactly. Now, of course, you know, who would expect that Ford to fit the Buick? But no, I mean, it's nice because that way Eugene can come out and start it.
Right.
And we can turn it on just to see the lights and stuff because we forgot to check all that in our excitement. We were so excited over the compression you got this up to that everything else kind of took a back seat. Yeah. Okay, it's working.
Oh boy. The dimmer switch is gone, so I don't know if this is going to work.
No.
No, the dimmer switch is missing.
Is it?
Yeah.
What about the turn signals?
Huh?
Turn signals?
Well, the dash, the generator light works on the dash.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, let me see if the wipers come on. Yeah, see the gen light? That's on now,
Oh, yeah.
which it should be,
Uh-huh.
because I've got the key on. Let's see if the wipers spin.
No,
Wonder what that was.
I don't know. What about the radio?
Radio.
Oh, horn. No. Mm-mm. Darn.
Nope.
You know what this camper pop come off of? Them Chevrolet
I'm going to have to give you a good side view with the tires.
You'll find them.
Check it out.